All right. Welcome to the first episode of Rolling Wienies podcast. I'm Patrick.
I'm Ben.
Ben?
No.
No, that's wrong.
Something's not right.
I'm Kenny.
All right.
Kenny.
So this is like our launch episode, basically, kind of like we're just three dudes, basically, just gonna talk about random shit about our weeks, our past, or whatever.
We're gonna talk about
Been
rolling
friends
weenies.
our
Three
Rolling
dudes
Wienies.
talking about wieners, you know.
I'm talking about weenies.
We've been friends for y'all been friends longer than I've been friends with y'all, but
Yeah,
I've been
man.
friends
We've
with
been
them.
probably like 6 years, something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
and I've been
me and Pat, maybe like 3, 4.
I've been
Yeah.
friends with y'all since I've been friends with Ben since like my 8th grade year.
yeah,
so
me too. I mean, that's kind of like when I became friends with Kenny too, like,
yeah.
or like even the
Yeah.
freshman year.
Well, I think we were like friends in 7th grade, but not like.
Yeah, we
close.
didn't like talk or hang out like one-on-one like we do
Yeah.
now a lot.
Yeah. So basically, like, just to kind of give like a little quick bio. College dropout. About to work full time. Let's get it.
Woo!
Ben, go ahead.
Soon to be college dropout. Just hoping we get some NordVPN sponsorships. Honestly, that's all I want.
Yeah.
Never used
All
a
right.
VPN though.
Kenny, what you got?
In college, hopefully not to be a college dropout.
Prove the haters wrong.
All right. Yeah. So we're basically like kind of just to give y'all the rundown. Just gonna this is just gonna be something fun for us. It's kind of hobbyish, and hopefully y'all enjoy it just as much as we do. So. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get started. I got a ton of stories to tell y'all
Yeah,
about this week.
All right.
So.
I got started just
Start us off, then.
All right. So, I guess I'll just start us off because I went to Oklahoma this last week, and I went up to. I know Oklahoma is great. Anyways, I went up with my girlfriend and her friend to go do some gambling at the casinos up there, and we took it was initially planned to be like a day trip where we drove up there. It's about 5-ish hours, depending on traffic.
A 5-hour drive day trip.
Yeah.
All day, 5 hours.
Yeah, well, we ended up deciding the night before that we were gonna spend the night in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
So we ended up going up, and we had a hotel booked for Dallas. So we go up there and we get to what is called the Choctaw Casino and Resort in like Durant, Oklahoma, or something like that. It's like right across the border of Texas and Oklahoma, and it was definitely interesting. It's like. So I was under the impression that like you have to like dress up because that's like what you do. Like in Vegas, that's like what you do. Like you dress up and you go to the casino. So like I had like a button-down shirt, some khaki pants,
Oh yeah, he dressed.
Yeah.
You showed up. Everyone's just t-shirts and wife beaters.
Yes, dude. So we
Basketball
got there-
shorts.
Yeah.
Not even.
So
the,
we got.
was
No,
not,
go ahead.
Not even the 5-inch seam ones. All the rage. It's like the Soldier Boy down to your ankles. Basketball shorts.
So we get there and like my girlfriend Amber, she's in like a jumpsuit, which is like it's like a nice jumpsuit, and her friends like kind of dressed up or whatever. And so we like get out of the car or whatever, and we're like walking in. It's like these people are wearing like t-shirts, cargo pants, like what you were saying with like the fucking basketball pants or whatnot, or basketball shorts.
Right off the streets, classic Oklahoma.
Yeah. And so and it's like the other thing is like just to add to it, it's Wednesday at like 2:00 in the afternoon. So it's like it's not even like prime time casino time. It's like degen hours. Like like all the old.
Oh, you were
people-
there though.
Yeah, exactly.
You hit it up for your
Yeah.
prime time.
Yeah, so for those of y'all who don't know, which is most of y'all, I'm a pretty avid gambler. I do a lot of
lightly.
I do
lightly.
yeah,
Addicted
yeah.
gambler.
Addicted. There, yeah.
I wouldn't say addicted, but
I would say that.
If you're going
Anyways.
to therapy to stop gambling, I don't.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The therapy. I know what the therapy to stop gambling is.
Anyways, so we get in there and like I said, we're super overdressed or whatever, and it's like just these old people fucking sitting at slots smoking cigarettes, total like Oklahoma shit.
Just like reeks of
Like,
nicotine.
it's bad. It is so bad. And so we like basically like me and Amber, like we kind of like combined our money, and then her friend Zoe, she had like her own money or whatever, And so me and Amber had about $300 combined, and then her friend had like $100 or something. So we go and play slots. It's like the first thing that we do, and me and Amber are just getting railed on slots. Like it's like we're putting in like $20 like each or whatever, and it's just like 0, 0, 0, 0. Like literally like nothing.
It's like this
and
isn't like the websites, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And her friend is over here like fucking pulling, and she's winning like $40, like fucking $20, like just like on top. Next thing you know,
Hey.
like yeah, I know it's like ridiculous. So next thing you know, me and Amber are down to like $100, and her friend is up like 150, and we're just like, what is going on? Like it's ridiculous. So then I end up pulling like $60 of my own. And I just give Amber the rest for slots or whatever, and I go and play like I'm gonna go play some blackjack.
Classic.
Finally, like the table clears up a little bit. I sit down, and I just
He goes,
get
you're too young to be here.
Yeah, they're like, yo, how old are you? Like 15?
For those of y'all who don't know, I'm
Little kid
19.
with a
It is legal. It is legal for me to gamble in the state of Oklahoma. Just for people's.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you have to be 18 to gamble in Oklahoma. So anyways, at the table, and he like deals the hands, and I just get the shittiest fucking hand. I'm just like fuck, and I just go $60 gone, like just like that. I get down to like $9 or something, and he's like, so the minimum is $15, and I try to all in my $9, and he goes, you gotta cash it out. That's less than the minimum. I was like, fuck.
Come on, man, just let it slide, please. Please let my $9. Please, this is everything, my life savings.
Yeah. So I'm just like, I'm so down bad at this point. I'm so pissed off. Like I'm so angry. I have like $9 in chips. I'm just like, it's like a $5 chip, like a couple $1 chips, like a 50-cent chip or some shit like that. It's so pathetic. So I have to go over to the cashier, and I'm like, they're like, all right, like, what do you have? And I just like sit them down my pathetic little $9 worth of chips. And she looks at me and she goes, $9? It's like, yeah.
You don't gotta say it like, shh, don't let anyone else hear. $900? Yeah.
Why are you talking so loud? Why are you talking so loud?
Yeah, for real. And so she's like, the worst part. This is the worst part about it. So like casinos are like required to like show each dollar like being like handed out. It's just like how they count out money no matter the amount. So she's like 5, and then she's like 5, and then she's like 6, 7, 8, 9, and just like lays out my 5 and my 4 ones. I was just like,
payday, baby.
it's like, oh my gosh, this is so sad. So I'm like, yeah. I take my $9 in cash, and I was like, Amber was with me and her friend was with me, and I was like, we're going to the roulette table real quick. We're just gonna run it up and just like fucking hope for the best. So we go to the roulette table, and it's kind of like it's pretty cool actually, because it's like a real roulette thing like in the middle, and then like it's like you have like a screen like right here, and so there's like 4 or 5 people like around like this real roulette table, but there's like a screen that you like bet on or whatever.
Oh,
So-
like Mr. Gaddy's, the color.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
Yes,
like
literally,
Mr. Gaddy's.
exactly like that. No, it's actually he's actually like not far off. That's basically what it's like. So you put in like your money or whatever, and like you have like a credit. So I put in my $9, and I like put $3 on. Initially I was gonna go all in on a number, but I was like, I'll split it up just to like give me a better chance. So I put $3 on 3. And it's like, I'm like waiting, spin, and it's like 16 or some shit. I'm just like, fuck, dude. So I'm like, Amber, I was like, can you give me a number real quick? And she's like, 7. And I was like, all right, bet. So I'm down to like $6 at this point. So I put 3 down. I'm down to $3, so this doesn't hit. So I put $3 on 7, and it's like spin, clink, clink, 7. I was like, oh shit.
How much do you win from
And
that?
so you got like
$105.
$6.
$105. Yeah.
way.
Yeah,
Crazy.
from a $3 bet. If you bet on a number and it lands on a number, it's 36 times the amount that you bet.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah,
There's colors, numbers,
So-
and then you can do both, right?
yeah, exactly. So it hits 7.
Oh, you should have put in all 6.
I know. I was
Oh
thinking that. I was
my
thinking that,
gosh.
but at the time I was just like, oh
You
my
would've been
god.
Even. Almost
Yeah, I
even.
know.
Almost.
I
That'd
know.
be crazy.
I know. So it was like we were like, what the fuck? And so we ended up getting back up to 105, and I was down so bad, just like changed my whole mood. I was like, let's fucking go, let's go. So we like go around and we run like a couple more slots or whatever.
Frozen. Oh, no,
Do what?
Kenny's mic was frozen, or his camera.
Oh,
He was just like sitting there.
And so we go around and we like run a couple slots or whatever, and like we're slowly building our way back up. Next thing you know, we're at like $140. So it's like slow and steady grind.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Like how long were you like in the casino at this point?
I think we're hitting like about the 3-hour mark at this point. So we've been in the casino for about 3 hours.
So you lost all your money in like an hour.
So we're walking around and then we go back to the roulette again. And I'm like, we're gonna just try and run this up. So I'm like asking, I was like, can like give me a couple numbers to put money on, and it's like, so first one misses, and then it's like second one goes around, and we hit one of the numbers that we've been on. I think it was like an 8 or something like that. So now we're up at like 170 something. Then I asked Amber to give me another number, and she's like 1, and it hits the 1 back to back. So now we're at 240. Like, so we went all the way down to literally what seemed like there's no way we come out of here positive, and we're back up to $240. And it was just like,
though, right?
no, we're not positive, but it's like considering the fact that we were down,
Yeah.
we were down to $3, it was like, yeah. So we go around and we do like a few more slots, and we lose like basically like the next $40 that we had, and we cash out 200. We leave with $200. We're like, we're gonna take our $100 L or whatever and then move on.
Yeah.
So
But I thought you put in like 360 because you put in 60 of your own money, right?
No. We put in 300 total, like me and Amber combined. So I gave her like 200, and she had like 95 in cash or something like that. So it was about 300 bucks. Yeah. So we leave down $100, but we're feeling a lot better than we were whenever we only had $9 left. Yeah. So
It'd be like that.
yeah, we drive all the way back to the hotel. We eat or whatever, and shower, and we're like sitting. It's like 9:30 at night at this point, and just like the nearest casino is like an hour and 20 minutes away or something like that. And I was just like, "Do y'all want to go back?"
Of course. Once an
And they were like,
always an addict.
Addicted gambler.
This is how you know
And they
it's
were
bad.
like-
2 trips one day. Come
Yeah.
on, man. You're not even trying.
and they were like, "Sure, fuck it, let's go." Because like we don't do this ever, so it's like may as
Yeah.
well, you know what I mean?
While you're there.
And we
Also,
were
like,
just sitting around.
what else would you be doing?
Exactly, like we're just sitting in Dallas, you know what I mean? So it's like whatever. So we go to a different one though. This time it's like a little bit closer. It's like 20 minutes closer. It's called the WinStar. It's like WinStar World Casino. So the thing that's special about this one, it's actually really. First of all, it's fucking huge. Like it's like something that you would see in Vegas, but it's in Oklahoma. It's insane. So basically, each section is like its own part of the world. So they have like New York, Venice, like Paris, and stuff like that.
Sick.
And yeah, and they have like their own like themed areas. And so we go there and like we're playing slots and like we're actually winning like a decent amount of money. We go like $40 or whatever. So like at 140. This time we only brought 100 with us. So we're like bare minimum we're with $100.
Okay.
Safety.
So we go
Safety net.
up like 140. And we could just like basically play slots for a little bit. It was pretty boring, but like we got up a decent amount. And then I was just like, all right. Eventually we get down to like $80 or something. So I was like, all right, I want to go play roulette. Like that's where we've had the most luck, and I want to play at like a real roulette table. So I go over to this roulette table. There's like 3 people there, and like the dealer was super like. I know they do this shit on purpose, but the dealer was hella charismatic. Like, like he makes like sitting here at this like roulette table so much fun. And so we go there. I buy in my $80 and I place bets on my numbers or whatever. First one misses, whatever, no big deal. Then second one, for whatever reason, like everybody at the table has money on 3. Like I don't know why that is, but like everybody on the table. So I put $3 on 3 because yeah, 3 is my lucky number. That's why I always put money on 3 because that's just my lucky number. So I put my $3 on 3. Spin, clink, 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 3. And everybody at the table hits on 3. Everybody gets this one lady next to me was like $175. I get my like my $105 whatever for my $3 bet. Other dudes next to me win a fucking bank and stuff like that. And then yeah, I mean basically like after that I like lose a little bit more, and then we end up leaving this whole trip after everything that had happened, getting down to literally $3.
$9.
We end up leaving $30 in profit. Wow. I was like, I cannot be mad about that.
The gas money.
Let's go.
So yeah, it was
actually crazy.
yeah. It it was definitely like it was a lot of fun. It was definitely it's way different than like my typical online stuff that I do.
Yeah, you
it's
can't
like
start with 70 cents.
Yeah.
$20.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's like, you know, I don't know, something about, but like I would say like the slots thing, not really my jam. I tried it quite a bit whenever I was
Yeah.
there, but I definitely prefer online slots. I think the ones
Yeah.
at the machines, I don't know if maybe I feel like I win more on the online ones or whatever, but the ones at the machines like I just didn't really enjoy that much. But the table games are
Because you
so
lost every
well, no, I
time.
mean, no, but I was winning money on slots whenever we went back to the Windstar or
Every time.
whatever. Like I had one. I had one a little bit, but the table games are so much more fun in person than they are online because
Yeah.
you're like with other people and like you're talking to the dealer and stuff like that. And like one of the ladies gave like the dealer like a couple bucks to place a bet on a number, and so the dealer like asked one of the people who was watching like pick a number, and so everyone puts money on 5. It's like a fun thing because it's like a group thing that you get to do with people and shit like that. So
Is the dealer allowed to do that?
yeah. It's like basically like the dealer can't use any of his own money, but if like one of the people at the table gives them like because you know we tip him whenever like we win obviously,
Okay.
and so whenever like if she was like here like he gave him like a buck and was like put this on a number or whatever of your choice. So yeah,
But
but
did he
like
win?
definitely, huh? No, we didn't.
The dealers could like walk out if they actually win. They could actually walk out with some money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like go
yeah,
home with
because
some money that day.
it's considered a tip basically. So
That's
like
cool.
if they
That's
were
crazy.
to, yeah, as
How
long as they're
much?
not using like their own money, then
How much
So
do they
if
make
he
an
had
hour,
hit-
you think?
I don't know. I've
What about
heard like
tips?
there's like so many different things, but I've heard there was one thing that I've heard where like they don't actually make as much as you think they do. Like they don't
yeah,
really make
probably
that
not.
much. So,
Dude,
but yeah, but they make a ton of
They'll
tips.
probably
I'm
get-
sure.
We get tips, but it's
Oh!
probably
Yeah,
like
but
so bad.
tipping
if,
is
like,
not that great.
Just having a bad, like no one's winning at your table. And
Yeah.
everyone's just like,
Yeah.
hate this guy. I'm not
Yeah.
coming to this guy's table.
Dealer.
Yeah. Well, that's
This
like
dealer
the thing.
sucks.
That's the thing is like, you know, you just got to get lucky with. I feel like just as much as like you as people get lucky, like you want like the dealer wants people to get a little bit lucky too because like a dude wants like $1,000,
Yeah.
they might tip you like $50. You
Yeah,
know what I
at
mean?
least.
So
Yeah.
and anyways, but that reminds me like so whenever we were doing slots at the Windstar, like we go and like sit down at this thing and like this group of guys like comes over and he sits down and like is doing like $2 bets. He puts in a slip. So like basically once you like you put money in and then like you cash out from slots, it gives you like a slip with like the dollar amount that you have left and you can go put them in other slots and it'll just credit you that on like the other slots or whatever. So this guy puts in a slip and it has like 10 grand on it or something like that. And he's doing like $2 spins or whatever on there. And he's doing $2 spins and then like in a matter of like 30 seconds of sitting down, he hits the bonus and wins like $270.
Damn.
Easy,
I'm like, oh,
easy,
I was
easy
just
money.
like, what? What did I just watch?
You gotta put in the big
I was
money
so
to get the big
confused.
money, you know?
Apparently, but yeah, I would say overall definitely a good trip. And like I said, we went back and left early the next morning or whatever. And it was like it was a good experience. I definitely think that Vegas is probably like a way better environment and like a lot more.
Well, yeah,
But
it's Oklahoma, man. Like,
Yeah,
you
I
can't
know.
set the bar that high.
Yeah, but it was fun for it being in Oklahoma. It being my first time in like a real life casino, I had a good time. So
Dude,
there was that. So
With
Mr.
this,
Fancy Man and the.
yeah, just that's why you're losing coming back.
well, whenever we went back, they were like we're not dressing up, and I was like I'm not dressing up either. So I put on joggers and a t-shirt. We did.
Imagine like you got back there and everyone else is dressed up like it's like an after 9 thing. Like
Yeah,
it's like
I
when
know.
it gets fancy, like bids get different, that kind of thing. Like the rich people.
Yeah,
come
that would
in.
have been crazy. No, casinos at night is a whole different vibe too. That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
other thing. I really enjoyed going at night a lot more than whenever we went during the day because it's like all the bright lights and like the you know everything. It was great.
Yeah,
So.
at night it's like gotta be all the people having fun, and like during the day it's the people throwing their lives savings away. Like
Yeah,
don't know
or
what they're
or all
doing.
the old retired people that have like a bunch of extra fucking money to throw away and stuff like that. So
can I imagine the story you had ending with like in GTA when you go to the casino sometimes there's like the dude crying in the corner. Like I imagine
Yeah.
that's how you ended up in the story.
yeah, no, it definitely like was looking like it was gonna go that way. But
like-
no, we ended up up
Crazy you
30
came
bucks.
back, so that's awesome.
I know,
That's a good-
That was the craziest part was the fact that we were able to. I mean, it just an insane stroke of luck. We managed to hit a total like 4 or 5 numbers, in roulette.
How like rare is it to for roulette to hit the number?
It's just lucky, man.
Yeah, it just depends.
doesn't-
Like, so
How many numbers are there?
36. Well, no, 37 including the zeros.
Oh.
That's the thing though. That's the crazy part about it is it's like you know, it's the fact because like on the $3 one, it was definitely a lot more lucky than whenever I bet on the other ones because on whenever we were on we were only on one number and that was 7. So like it doesn't hit if it doesn't hit anything if it's anything else like we're fucked. Like on the other ones I was betting on multiple numbers. So I was betting on like 8, 3, 7, you know, for example.
Yeah.
So on that one that was just like right place, right time, basically.
That was sick.
So,
That's actually
yeah.
sick.
The table games must be like, I know they're like so much better, but like, because when I think of like the slot machines, all I can think of is like that gas station by our high school with like, I walked in one day to like get an energy drink or something like a Bang, and there's just like this old woman, like, well, not too old, probably like middle-aged woman, just like sitting there like doing the slot over and over. I'm like, damn, like that's down bad. Like gas station next to a high school doing slots, like.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, I
can
can't. I will
imagine.
never get to that point, bro.
Oh, sure, man.
You say that now.
No, I definitely like. It's something about like being in that environment would just make me feel awkward. I feel like, but like being in like an environment with like a bunch of other people who are like experiencing
down
like similar
bad?
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
People who
but
also
it's like
have the same addiction.
well, but I think the thing is like whenever we drove up there, it's like we went up there expecting to come back with nothing. So like whenever people ask me like, did you come back like with a bunch of money? It's like we came back $30, and that's way more than I was expecting. So.
Yeah. Going to the casino is like more for the experience. Like you don't expect
Like-
to get rich there.
Yeah, exactly. Like we were like we joked around and we were like we're gonna come back with like 6 months worth of rent and stuff like that.
Wouldn't it be nice, man? Wouldn't it be nice?
So, but yeah, definitely great experience. I had like it's definitely like even like for people like because like Amber, for example, my girlfriend, like she doesn't really like to gamble and stuff, and she had a really great time like just like spinning the slots and like stuff like that, and just like being a part of that experience. It's like one of those things that like. Even if like you aren't like a super like big gambler, like definitely experience it at least once. Not promoting gambling or anything, but if you're of age,
But he is.
if
He
you're
so
of
is.
age, if you're of age
Or
and you have the
not.
money for it, highly recommend experiencing it. It's just and like go with like even like just $100, like you'll have a great time doing like smaller bets and stuff. So definitely worth it. So worth the day trip.
Funny. You went in there like, I'm coming out with nothing.
Yeah.
$30.
That's the right attitude to have. I feel like it's like
Yeah.
it makes losing it a little bit less painful, I guess.
Yeah, you just have to go with like money you're okay with losing. It's like the same
Exactly.
as investing. Like instead of one time investing in a shitty company, might not succeed. Just go to the casino. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Exactly. So, anyways, but yeah, that was like probably the highlight of my week for sure. So, otherwise, I was just working, which has some pretty crazy work stories. But I know Ben, you got like a couple crazy work stories.
Dude,
So
it's not even crazy. Just like people. I work at the mall. I make pretzels. I work in ATMs and like rolling weenies.
yeah,
Exactly.
rolling the weenies.
But like, I swear, dude, people that go to the mall must be a different breed. Like, I swear they have to just have lower intelligence because only people who work there like are smart. Like everyone who works there understands that all the customers are dumb. They're gonna ask these dumbass questions, and they're gonna like have ridiculous demands. Like, dude, like yesterday, this dude was like coming up. We had like a big line because it's like a Saturday. We're busy, and this like lady's like almost at the register. So like someone's taking her order. Like I'm sitting at the register. We have someone expediting on the line. They're like talking to her, and I'm just like looking at her, and this dude behind her like walks in front of her to the register, and I'm like, dude, could you like go back? Like we're serving this lady right now, and he's like obviously already upset, and he like goes back and it's like, okay, like we serve this lady, and he comes up and he orders something. It's like I think it costs like $9.80 or something, and he pays like $11, so his change is like $120. And like there's a coin shortage right now, so like we don't have any change, like no quarters, no dimes. Like we just like get change from people sometimes, and then we'll like give it out to the next person. So like we preface like most sales, like if they pull a cash with like, due to the coin shortage, like are you okay with not getting like 20 cents back or like whatever, or if you have the exact change, like could you pay it that way? And people are like, oh okay, like yeah. And this dude who like I sent back into the line like comes up, and I forgot to say it to him, and like he orders this, and it's like $1.20. Like I have one dime, and like I give him $1 dime, and I'm like, is it fine? Like you're just missing the 10 cents. Like, is that all right? And he like looks at me. He's like, he's just looking at me, and I'm looking at him, and he's like, "Are you gonna go get it?" I'm like, "Dude, what do you mean? Am I gonna go get it? There's nothing more. Like, there's no more dimes." Like, I had like already closed the register. He's like clearly like freaking out. Like, he didn't get his 10 cents. I'm like, "Dude, it's just 10 cents." And I was like, he's like, "Well, go get more." I'm like, "Dude, there's no more. It's 10 cents. Like, it's not that big a deal." And I was like, "What? Do you want 10 pennies?" And he's like, "Yes." And I'm like, "Okay." Like, I opened the drawer. I'm like, "Here's 10 pennies." And my coworker was like, "Give him 9. Give him 9." I'm like, "No, he's just gonna count that and come right back. There's no point. I don't want to like talk to this dude anymore."
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous. I mean,
Dude.
it's the fact that people don't understand. It's like, we don't have an unlimited supply of
I
what you
know.
want.
Where do you think the coins come from, man? Like, we go to the bank. Dude, I swear people at the mall like treat us like we don't do anything else. Cause like today we were like closing, and we close early on Sundays, and like it's like 6 o'clock, and people come up like, "Do you have any of like the mini weenies?" And like, no, we stopped making stuff like an hour ago. Like, the mall closes in like 5 minutes. Like, why are you here?
Yeah.
And they like are just frustrated. But today, like, this dude called and like asked my coworker like he called the store. He's like, "When do you guys close today?" And he's like, "Oh, we close at 6." And he's like, "All right, I'm coming." He told him he like lives 30 minutes away. And this dude shows up at like 6 o'clock, and we don't have anything. We sold out. And then like my manager's talking to him like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Like, there's another store like at the outlet mall or like the Galleria." And I'm like, damn, this dude just got hoed. Like, he drove 30 minutes. I was like, but he also waited until the end of the day. Like, you can check our hours.
I just feel
30
like-
minutes for a pretzel.
That's what I was gonna say.
Dude,
That's what I
know.
was.
Yeah,
I mean, like, I understand, like, wanting food that, like, you want to eat, but, like, driving 30 minutes to go to Auntie Anne's, it's, like, that's a little...
Yeah. And I was like, dude,
that
you
seems a
should
little
just-
much.
should just
Going into the
DoorDash.
mall to specifically buy Auntie Anne's pretzel.
Oh, dude, like, I don't understand. I'll be at the register and there's, like, no one. I, like, turn around. I turn back and the line, like, goes into the food court. Like, it's crazy far. I'm like, dude, it's just pretzels. They're not that good. Like, I understand they're good, but, like, they're not that good. You're waiting in a 10-minute line for some
Yeah.
mini weenies.
Well, it's like it's the fact that this dude, like, okay, I've never gone to the mall just to eat somewhere at the mall. Like,
Okay,
it's the
but
fact that
Actually, no, that's not true.
okay,
There's
no,
the-
like in the food court.
Yeah, I mean,
Really?
There's
Really?
that restaurant Sarku.
Sarku, Japan.
Super good.
I've never been there, but I've heard it's
Super
good.
Okay,
duper
all right,
good.
but
I
for
love
a
that place.
pretzel though, like,
Okay, true.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go there for a snack.
yeah, okay.
It is kind of like the whole meme, like, if you go to the mall, you gotta get a pretzel. You just can't leave without one. Like, people will say that to me all the time. They're like, well, I'm here already, so I gotta get a pretzel. I'm like, you're not wrong. Like, when
Okay,
you're right,
yeah,
you're right.
that, I understand that. I understand being like, okay, like these. First of all, the smell of the pretzel place takes up like the entire
Dude,
part of like where,
it's
and it
strong.
smells super good.
True.
But
And
this
it's so
dude,
flashy. Makes
yeah,
me
yeah.
go there.
But this dude who calls and is like, yeah, I'm like 30 minutes out. You know, like, can I come over and get a pretzel? And he's like, he knows, like, dude, like, what?
Yeah.
Like, no.
What are you expecting, man? Like,
I would
But-
not. I would not drive 30 minutes to a mall to go to Auntie Anne's. Like, there's no
When
way
did
I
he-
would do that.
When did he call though?
it must have been like 5 or 4:30 or something. But like, I asked my coworker and I was like, "Did you tell him when we close?" And he was like, "Oh, nah." I was like, "Dude, well, like, of course he comes
Oh,
at
nah.
closing time."
Okay, well then, okay. I mean, I guess
Yeah,
I'll give
like,
him a
on his
little
part,
bit of slack
yeah.
for that. Yeah, but still, I mean, I don't know,
That's
dude.
so
like,
funny.
like the only, it's like if
These-
it was like a place that was like, for example, like if it was like a place that was like a Houston favorite, for
Mhm.
example, and it's like in this mall and like a bunch of people like to go there and stuff. You know what? Fine, but it's like. It's a pretzel shop, man.
Yeah.
Like,
There's
how
one,
bad
like,
do you want your
2 blocks
pretzel?
over.
Dude, you'd be surprised. Like, one day we were opening and it was like, it was just 2 of us and we didn't expect it to be so busy. It was like last Tuesday, but it was like crazy busy and it should have been probably like 5 of us at least, but we thought like since school is starting for like high schoolers, it wouldn't be that busy. It
Yeah.
was just 2 of us and like these people came, we got like an online order for like a $100 order. It was like 3 buckets of pretzels, like a bunch of dips and drinks. And we're like, it's 20 minutes after opening. I'm like, who orders this right now?
What
Like,
time? What time is it then?
we opened at 11. The order came through at 11:20. I'm like,
That's crazy.
dude, like, you've got to be a stoner or like preparing for a birthday party or something. Like, just woke up after a night out or like whatever. But like, it's like, okay, well, this is gonna take us forever to make because there's 2 of us, and we always have to have someone at the register because we have to take care of like every customer. and then we have to have someone like the one other person was like rolling the pretzels, taking them out of the oven, like buttering them, cupping them, like everything, because the person at the register can't leave. So it's like, well, this is gonna take a while to make. And then right after that order, this lady comes up and she's like, "Can I get 6 pepperoni pretzel bites?" And I'm like, "Bruh," I was like, "That's gonna take like 30 minutes to make, at least 30 to 35." And she's like, "That's fine." I'm like, "Dude, no way."
Whenever you give them the amount of time to try and deter them, and they're like, "That's okay."
Dude, we do that all the time, like, because it'll take us a long time to make stuff, like.
Oh my god, dude! I totally know what you mean. Whenever it's like that's like the worst. Like, because like I used to work in Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
And God, we used to do that all. It's like you try and be like, okay, because like you're super backed up, and like you try and get people to like not come anymore because you're like, it's gonna take this long, and they're like, that's fine.
Yeah,
you're like,
quick.
Oh.
Dude, yeah, like we do that all the time. Like, of course, the thing that takes us the longest to make is either the pepperoni bites, because you have to like dip them in the water, put them in cheese, and then pepperoni like each individual strip so it's like full. Or it would be like the mini weenies, the rolling weenies, all right?
The rolling weenies.
The mini dogs take forever to make, at least for me, because I'm not that fast in making them. But they definitely take a while, and it's like you roll like one at a time, and you have to fill up a tray of 60 of them for like, and that's only 6 cups of pretzels. We serve like 2 people with that. People come up, buy 6 immediately. It sells out like 2 minutes. So like,
it's crazy.
When we're backed up on mini dogs, or like people keep ordering them, we'll be like, yeah, that'll be 25 minutes, and they're like, that's fine, we're just gonna wait over here, like we'll go to a store and come back. Like, no dude,
these people got too much time on their hands,
bro. I told you, these mall people are just built different, like,
dude, that's like, yeah. Oh,
they live at the mall.
Yeah, literally.
no, dude, yeah, we see the same people all the time, and it's just like they always have these dumb questions, and like,
I don't even like spending more than like an hour in the mall. Like if I go to the mall, I'm going to the mall with like a plan. Like there's a reason why I'm here. I'm going to this store and this store, and I'm dipping. Like that's or maybe like I'll go to this store and then like I'm gonna get lunch and then I'm gonna go to this store and I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Like but that's already in the plan. Like I'm not going like every single day. Like, oh, I'm gonna just stay here for like 4 hours and see what happens.
Actually though, bro, I get to work at like 10 a.m. to set up the shop, and like people are sitting at the tables like eating food already. I'm like, what are you doing here? Like, you wake up at your house and you're like,
just woke up. You come to the mall.
You're like, oh boy, 3 a.m. Time to order some mini dogs.
Well, I know some people that like, because I know like for me especially, like I've gone to the mall early, but that's because like I'm trying to miss like all the crowd.
Yeah,
like if I'm going to the mall like right whenever it opens, that's because like I'm not trying to wait in line with like all these other people or anything like that. Especially the Galleria, like right now with like COVID and stuff like that, the Galleria is so bad about lines.
Dude.
Like the line for the Gucci store at the Galleria is like insane. It is so wild. People be standing in line. Yeah, people be standing in line for like hours waiting to go into the Gucci store. I'm like, is it really that good?
Dude, you know what's crazy about like the COVID thing and like affecting the mall? Like COVID has only made the mall like more popular, which is like how like I didn't work there at the mall before COVID, but like the people who do like tell me like days used to be so chill. You make like $600, $800 in a day. On an average day now we make like $2,500 at least.
That's ridiculous.
Crazy.
Yeah, on a Sunday
That's
we'll make like
crazy.
$5K. But like
people are making up all that time.
Yeah, maybe.
Like,
Yeah,
didn't
people
go to
that
the mall
couldn't
for a month.
And
Time
like,
to go for the next month straight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And no one at the mall wears masks, like other than employees, because like feel different, obviously.
That's so bad.
But like,
Actually, so bad.
I'm pretty loud, especially at work. Like, I'm a quiet person in general, but when I'm at work, I'm like talking loud. Like, I want these people to hear me. But people be like, "Huh? Sorry, I can't hear you. It's these damn masks." I'm like, shut up. Like, just listen with your ears. I know you can hear me. I'm being loud.
Yeah. Let me just, like, bro, people with the whole mask thing, like, it's crazy because so I was at I work today, and I currently work at a delivery place, like a local restaurant. I do delivery driving and stuff like that for them for Chinese food and whatnot. Anyways,
One day.
so we no, well, not anymore. I actually work 5
hours.
days this week. So,
Nice.
anyways, so we still require masks. Like, well, sorta. It's
Sorta.
recommended that you wear masks, like for patrons, like all of the well, even goddamn, like now I think
Like
about it,
when
even
they
the
come in
employees.
to the restaurant, or
Well,
like just the
yeah. So
employees?
so basically, like it's actually interesting because I personally wear a mask because it's starting to get really really bad
Yeah.
again, and I'm just not
Yeah,
like
it's
trying to.
definitely coming up again.
Yeah, I'm not trying to mess
Delta.
with that stuff. Yeah, which I'm gonna take a moment at some point during this to kind of give my a little piece of that because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like
I
I
feel
need
like
to
that's
explain
where
some
we're at
things.
now. I have
Yeah,
some things to say about it too.
yeah. So
Yeah.
so anyways, this lady like she was like mask required and like this old lady and then you just hear like her husband is like this other old dude. He's like. Ugh. It's just like so like it's so inconvenienced by the fact
Dude,
that he has to like walk back to his car to get a
dude, yeah.
mask.
Today my manager was like,
So good.
he's like making
That's
fun
so
of people who
good.
don't wear masks. He's like, man, I've never had an inconvenience in my entire life, and now I have one, and it's ruining it completely.
Yo,
It's just like man, oh my god.
It's not
Go
even
ahead.
that big deal. It doesn't bother me that much. The only time like I don't wear it is like when I'm at the gym, and that's because like I purposely like push myself away from other people, so I like don't have to wear a mask because I'll be like lifting heavy, and I'm like,
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
so.
Yeah.
But like,
is it like when you're like cooking pretzels and stuff? Does it just get like really sweaty,
no,
really like hot?
surprisingly,
'Cause I feel like, cause like I feel like whenever I stood in like line to get pretzels from you or something, I look back there and it just looks like a grease fest.
Dude,
Like
it
there's
it
just
gets
so much
really hot,
grease
but like
everywhere.
it's not on my face, which is like extra surprising because like I have facial hair. It's my armpits, and I get that swamp ass, bro. No lie, I have the nastiest swamp ass ever. It's so gross.
Contaminating the pretzels, man.
Contaminating the pretzels.
Yeah, but
No.
we work around a 700-degree oven, so like obviously it's hot, and we're like all running around like grabbing
Yeah,
whatever.
I feel like
Yeah.
I'd be
It's
sweating
bad.
if I was doing that.
I know.
Yeah.
I'd be like
so,
sweating my ass off.
Mhm.
So kind of to go with the theme of crazy customer stories, I have a really good one, and
Yeah.
I actually almost told Ben in the middle of the week. I
Yeah.
texted him. I said, "Bro," and then I was like, "Wait, I'm gonna tell you on Sunday." So so it's this is like totally like I didn't even know how to I didn't even know how to react to it. I'll just get into it. This is wild. So basically, like I'm making a delivery over to this guy's house, and I pull to the house. And just to preface for anyone who didn't remember what I just said, I work at a Chinese restaurant. Okay, so I pull to this guy's house, and I open the door. The moment I open the door from the from the garage, I just hear, "You don't speak no damn Chinese, do ya?" Like from the garage, like in this thick Southern accent, and I was just like, "What?" So I'm just like, "No, sir." Like I don't even know what to say to that. Like you know what I mean? And it's just I walk up.
White boy.
So I walk up to the garage, and it's just fat, wide Southern dude with like missing teeth, like has a beer and a cigarette in the same hand, and he goes, "I'll get the money for you real quick," and I was like, "All right, man, yeah, whatever." And then he like opened. But for a second, it didn't register that like he had already paid. So he like opens the door and he goes, "Oh, we already paid for it." And I was like, "Yes, sir." And he's like slowly making his way over to me. He's like walking like this. Yeah, and he goes, he's like moving the toys there, all these damn toys with my nieces and nephews living in the house now. And he goes, "You know this used to be a man cave, right?" I was just like,
What?
I was like, "Oh yeah," and he goes, "No, I'm serious." Like he thought I didn't believe him. I was like, "I believe you."
Dude, I believe you, man. Like, no one's
And-
calling you up.
And he goes, "You see that right there?" And there's this like big old like Texans mural like on the wall, like the logo or
Yeah.
whatever. And he goes, "Yeah." He's like, the Texans. And he goes, "This is the craziest part." He goes, "I used to like Deshaun Watson until he started acting like a," and then drops the hard R. And I was just like,
What?
I was like, "No way, this is not happening right now." I didn't even know what to say. Like, yeah, I'm like, this dude is just like he like keeps talking. I don't know if he's drunk. I don't know if he's. I mean, regardless, this dude is racist. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, like, but I was just like, and
Racist.
for those of you who may not know, like, Deshaun Watson is the starting quarterback for the Texans, and he's like had some like kind of allegations. Anyways, point being, regardless, it's wrong for him to say that.
Yeah.
And I was so flustered by the fact that he just said this to me, like he thought it was okay because I was white, that like he could say that to me. And I was just, I didn't like, I was just like, I need to go. Like, I need to get out of here. Because, like, you know, a
I'm
part
just
of
trying
me
to make
wants...
some deliveries, man.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, and this, like, woman comes out, and she goes, who are you bothering now? Like, I was like, dude, I gotta go.
I got deliveries to make.
Leave.
Get out of here.
And, I was just like, a part of me was like, you know, there's like a part of this instinct in me that's like, I need to say something. Like, I need to tell this dude, like, you can't say that shit.
He'll shoot you,
but
man.
I'm like, yeah, exactly. But I'm like, I'm at this dude's house. Like, there's no fucking way you're gonna catch me saying anything to this guy right now. Like, he will fucking pull something on me.
his property in Texas.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're dead,
no
bro.
way.
Yeah,
No way.
behind that flag is like 3 guns. Right?
Yeah.
He's got the Confederate.
So I get in my car and I leave, and I'm just like,
mind boggled.
what did I just like? Because you know, I didn't grow up around those kind of people. We don't like the area that we're all from is not like that remotely.
Yeah, no.
Like we don't. There's no like it's not like a huge like Southern presence. Very progressive people, like you know, accepting people and a very diverse community like where we're from.
Yeah.
And that's just not how our parents raised us. You know what I mean? So like I never personally have like I knew that there are racist people. I've seen racist things and stuff like that, but I've never experienced that like face to face of like a guy thinking like this kid's white. I can say this to him. You know what I mean? Like no,
you think it's okay too.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
It's okay. That's crazy.
Exactly. And it's
Imagine
just
like it was like someone else. It was like someone else delivering his food, and it's like, yeah, man, that guy was such a.
I know, bro. I know. That's but I mean I personally don't think I work with anybody like that. I hope not. But because you know I work in an Asian-owned business, so like, and I have a ton of respect for you know the guy for my boss and the people I work with and all that stuff. And anyway, so I went back and I told him about it, and he was caught off guard, and he was like, he's like, I don't know. And he goes, you know, he was like, my boss was like, well, you know, just like, don't let the conversation go any further or something like that. And I was trying to leave.
I'm just trying
Yeah.
Dude, I just delivered Chinese food, man.
Yeah. And it was just like, I was like, there's no way that just happened. It was so like, the first thing I did was I called my dad and I was like, dude, I had to tell you what just happened. This is unreal. And my dad was like, and he was like, no way. And I was like, I know, it's crazy. Cause so, my dad, like, you know, he grew up in Waco. My dad is not like that at all, but he grew up around people that are like that and that aren't accepting, you know, back in Waco and like the fucking like 80s and stuff like that. So, that was my dad has had like, actually, in fact, they had like a mural with like, I think in his high school they had the Confederate flag like dead center in his high school or something like that, and then like a mural of like African Americans picking cotton and like in his high school. Yeah,
Crazy.
Yeah.
How do people think that's okay, man? Like literally. What?
I know that was back in
so
that was back in like the
crazy.
80s. That was back in like the 80s. So that's like, you know, that's like not even like, you know, that's what 20 years, a little bit over 20 years after like MLK and stuff like that, I think, because that was like the 60s era.
Yeah.
So it's not there anymore. I know that because my dad said that.
Good.
He said because my dad, he like keeps up with like his old high school every now and then, and he said that apparently there was like a big fuss with like the people taking it, and he was like,
I hope so. Like,
no, I'm saying there was a big fuss of alumni with the problem that it was being removed.
oh, what?
Yeah,
Dude.
Yeah, I know. That's like
a huge celebration going on. Like,
Yeah,
we finally got it down.
No, and
Just,
my
like riots outside.
Yeah.
No, keep it.
yeah, my dad is
Confederacy.
like exactly. My dad is like, he was like, what? You know? My dad was like, this is good.
Yeah,
like, what do you mean?
You guys actually
So-
like this? I thought it was just a joke.
Yeah.
No,
So
dude.
it was just like, anyways, that whole experience was just really wild because, like I said, I've never like, you know, also being like a middle class, you know, white male,
dude,
I've never really
yeah.
experienced racism
You haven't
firsthand
experienced
anyways.
the man cave that he brought you in,
Yeah.
obviously.
This is
I haven't
the racist cave.
Yeah, I haven't experienced like racism firsthand. And I mean, I wouldn't even call that like experiencing racism firsthand because he wasn't calling me it
Yeah, I guess
or
that's
anything
true.
like that. But
True,
still,
true.
just the fact that he thought it like he was comfortable enough to
Yeah.
like say that to me, just like it's a little bit insulting. Like the more I think about it, because it's like, he just assumes that like I guess like all white people are like that or something, and it's
Yeah.
like, dude, no, like you're living
Come
like
on, man.
in a wrong
He's
time,
living in
bro.
a man cave.
He's living in a man cave, man. Don't hate. No.
Anyways, it was just
Or
like
it was
so
a man
bad, and he
cave.
was so
I promise.
stereotypical. Like it's totally your stereotypical like Southern racist
Yeah,
like
like
bigot
American
guy.
guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just
so
oh
funny.
man,
Dude,
so trashy, bro, so trashy.
and where my brother lives, they have like some Confederate statue, like it's a general or something. I don't know, but like it's just like the center of the town,
Mhm.
and there's this group of people that just like sits out there all day, every day. They're called the Sons of the Confederacy, and they just like have these like Civil War relics out there, and they just like promote their like racist propaganda pretty much. And my
Oh
brother
my
said he like
God.
went up there just to like look at the like the old pistols and shit they had, and my
Yeah.
brother said he was like, I couldn't even keep a straight face. These dudes were like trying to tell me about it. He's like, I had to leave, like I was laughing too hard because they're like trying to prevent it from being torn down, and like people like
Yeah.
want it to come down because like what, like
It's so
I
funny.
know it's that's just the crazy thing is that people like sit there and they like think this is okay. It's like, dude, like no, like you need to check yourself because like this is just not okay. Like what you're doing, like whether your excuse is like preserving history or whatever it is and stuff like
it's
that,
bad
it's like
history, though,
it's
like-
bad history. Exactly,
we don't
it's
want
bad
to be
history.
proud of that, like what?
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. Like that's not something that you want to be proud of. That's something that I think people need to learn from and move on from it. Like it's not something that needs to be
Definitely.
like memorialized. Like that's not the
Celebrate,
you know.
the racist history.
We gotta
Yeah.
name the first
When we owned
episode. We
people.
gotta name the first episode of the podcast. Don't be racist.
Don't be racist.
Don't be racist. Perfect.
Yeah. So yeah. So there was that, and it was just like it was just crazy. Like,
I want to tell
That's
one
actually
story,
a crazy story.
and then I want
That's
to
so
let
funny.
Kenny speak because he hasn't been speaking a lot. We haven't been giving him the chance. But
yeah, Kenny, you
No,
said
no.
you had like a, but yeah, go ahead, Ben, and then Kenny. I know you
yeah,
got
so,
like
like,
some.
Yeah.
last week I was at the gym, and I was doing like a hip thrust machine or something,
Mhm.
and I was like putting on the get the booty going. I was
A little sus workout. Oh my god.
leg day, sus day. But I was like putting on my weights, and like I was like lying there like waiting to go again, and then I just like sneeze, and this dude like whips around, and he's like Delta. I'm like, what the hell? I was like, no man, like I'm vaccinated, like I'm good. Just to sneeze, like
He just turned around and went
yeah,
Delta, like
he's like, and like I like start talking to him about it. He was like, yeah, when they like started enforcing the mask policy here, I canceled my membership. And I was like, oh really? I was like, why? He was like, yeah, I went over to like this other place that like didn't enforce masks, and I was like, as soon as they stopped enforcing them here, I came right back. And I was like, oh, like really? And he was like, yeah. And he's like, I like he said, I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. He's like, I don't support spreading Nazism. I'm like, dude, it's just a mask. It's not that deep.
oh my god.
Nazism. I was like, I gotta get back to my workout, man. It's time for me to hit my
No
set.
way. There's no way, bro.
He was like, have a good workout. I was like, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, sure, you too, I guess.
Yeah, I don't want you to have a good workout.
What the fuck,
Yeah,
bro?
but like, yeah, that's just like I couldn't stop thinking about that. I had to tell someone immediately. I was like,
Oh my
Nazism.
god. Nazism.
crazy.
All right,
And
Kenny, what you got?
No, sorry.
Oh, go ahead, go
I
ahead,
was
go
gonna say,
ahead.
you know,
finish.
he actually does care what political party you are. He's just saying that to
Yeah,
like try and
yeah,
level with
oh, yeah.
me.
Yeah, he was just trying to, oh yeah, like it's like sympathize, oh yeah, like, I know what you mean, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
a people person.
Yeah.
I know what you guys want. I'm here for you.
Yeah, wearing mask is definitely Nazism. You agree, right?
No thanks.
We're on the
I'm
same
just trying to
level,
lift
you know?
weights.
Yeah, we're on the same page here, right? It's like, no, dude, no, we're not.
No, we are not. Yeah, absolutely not.
Oh man.
All right, Kenny.
All right,
go ahead.
Kenny.
All right, so like, my story is kind of like, I moved in yesterday, and so
Congratulations.
I was like bringing all my stuff in. My parents were here, and so I have my laptop case. It has like a pocket in it
Mhm.
for me to put stuff, and so when my girlfriend would come over during the summer, we
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you. Y'all make
we do it in the
waffles
house.
together, right?
Yeah,
y'all
we
make
make
waffles
waffles.
together. Y'all
We
roll
make
weenies. Y'all
waffles
roll
together,
weenies together.
obviously.
And y'all roll
And so-
weenies. So yeah.
didn't want to roll the weenies in the house.
Rolling
Yeah,
weenies with your
right.
You get what I
girlfriend.
mean? make some
Yeah.
pigs in a blanket in the house. And
Yeah.
so
Dude, to put it lightly.
we'd go out of the house, but I'd bring my laptop with me because in case we want to like watch a show or something, right? So in
Yeah,
the
just to get
laptop
you
case-
going.
Just to get,
Just to
yeah,
get
just
you
to get the
going.
movie phone.
No.
You already know, got the Netflix on the bookmark.
So I put a couple of like those like weenie packets
Yeah.
In the flavor packs.
The flavor pack.
or like the sauce packets
sauce pack.
in the laptop case, right?
Uh,
And so apparently we didn't use them all.
Oh.
Right? And so I'm moving in yesterday. I open the thing, and my packet's like sitting on my bed, and I like grab it. I pick it up to like move it, and I'm like holding like this, and the
Oh, no.
zipper's
It's
open, and then a little one of the sauce packets fall
Oh.
out,
No.
and my mom's sitting on the bed like right next to me.
No.
And I didn't notice that first, and I turn away, and I put it down somewhere, and mom's like, "Oh, you dropped that."
Oh.
And then she's like, "Oh, you dropped something." I was like, so I grabbed it really quick, put it in the bag.
No, dude, no.
I put it back and I acted like nothing happened. Nothing
Oh,
happened.
Did your
man.
just like heart just like drop the moment she said that?
Yeah.
I freaked out, but I couldn't show it. I had to keep the poker
Yeah,
face.
keep it.
Yeah. As long as you have
I'm
the
like,
face,
oh,
she'll
my bad.
think it was something
I clenched
else.
that thing so hard. I clenched it so. I was like,
You can't use
my
that one
fist was
anymore,
like,
man.
I was like, about to punch someone, dude. So I was like, oh, let me just. And I like stuffed it back.
Dude, that oh my god, that reminds me of this time whenever like the first time my mom like found out I was like having sex and stuff like that.
You
It
mean
was like
rolling weenies?
Whoa,
yeah,
you
rolling
mean
weenies, rolling
rolling
weenies,
weenies?
rolling weenies.
It's
Rolling
kid
weenies.
friendly.
I don't even know what sex
Yeah.
is.
So she so I went to go throw away the sauce packet, and there was like it was just the sauce packet wrapper. You know what I mean? Just the outside. Nothing
Yeah.
nothing no
The
business.
ingredients on it.
Yeah, no ingredients.
Without the sauce.
Um,
The sauce was already
No
out of it.
sauce. Yeah, no sauce. The
Use
sauce
the
is gone.
sauce.
So it's just the wrapper. So it's like I meant to throw it away, but I accidentally sat it on the windowsill.
Oh,
And I'm like sitting in my media room, and my mom calls me. She's like, Patrick, and I like walk over. I'm like, yeah. She's like, she goes, are you rolling weenies? With my current girlfriend at the time, and I was like, huh? And she was like, are you rolling weenies? And I was like, what do you mean by that? Like,
You know
she's
what I
asking me
mean.
this very
She's asking-
obvious question. I'm just trying to play so stupid. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I
That's
don't
on my
even know
sauce
what that
packets.
is, mom.
Yeah, I don't know what a sauce packet is.
I don't even know
And
sauce packets.
What is rolling weenies?
yeah. And so I'm just like playing like hella dumb, and eventually like I have to admit like, yeah.
Yes, I am
Yep,
rolling
I'm rolling
weenies.
weenies. I'm rolling weenies, and she just keeps saying it. Are you rolling weenies with
Oh, my
like,
gosh.
and just like says it like, why would you roll weenie? Like, are you rolling weenies in my house? And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not rolling weenies in your house. Don't worry. But it's just like, it was like it's like one of those moments that if you haven't experienced that with your parents, like, good for you, because it is not something that's fun to experience.
Yeah.
But
It's
if you
not
do
too
it,
fun.
no, if you do experience that with your parents, good luck. Because it's just like,
Oh my god.
I just lose
It's
I
actually-
lost all brain cells whenever she
It's actually
approached
so
me with
funny.
that.
My dad is so funny. Oh my god. So I've told him like me and my girlfriend have like done like kind of a little bit of stuff, but not like
Weenie
you know,
preparations.
weenie like actual rolling weenie stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so he probably thinks we've done it,
Dipping
and
weenies.
he probably assumes. But like so yesterday we were like deciding like where to put our. I brought a couple paintings or like a couple like decorations and stuff, and he was like, and my mom was like, why don't you want to put any over your bed? And I was like, oh, I don't want it to like follow me while I'm sleeping or anything like that, right? And
While
my dad's like,
sleeping.
yeah, what if he's like, what if he's like going crazy on the bed, mom? And so I'm just like, yeah, mom, what if I'm going crazy on the bed?
Did this happen before the thing fell out?
This happened like right before it.
Oh no!
That makes it so much worse.
It does. It really does. You forgot to add this detail to the story
Yeah.
earlier.
My mom goes, are you sure you want to be telling me this, Kenny? I was like,
Oh.
yeah. What do you mean?
Oh my god, dude,
So
that makes
funny.
the thing falling out so much worse.
But my
That's
dad is
so
so
bad.
funny. He's so funny.
Oh my god, man. Oh shit. Okay. Well, I have one more thing here. So,
Dang.
this-
Thing?
I got one more thing here. One second.
One more thing. You got one more thing.
So, today actually, it was actually happened to me today. This is another customer experience that I had. This time, me being the customer actually, and experiencing another customer. So I went to go get food before like I went to work today, and I went over. I don't know if y'all been over there, but like that Jersey Mike's like just opened up like right
dude,
next
Jersey
to the
Mike's
new.
is so good, yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
I
It
haven't
like
been to that one, but I've been to another one.
yeah, it opened
The one-
up like right. Go
The one
ahead.
next to Kashi?
Yeah.
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 Mm.
So I went over
I
there
haven't been
today, and I like walk in, and the moment I walk in, like there's this guy like yelling at the staff. Like that was like my first experience. I've never been to Jersey Mike's before, and like I walk in, he's just a dude like yelling at the staff about like some salami sandwich that he ordered 10 minutes ago, and like he's like asking, oh my god, so he's like yelling at them. He's like, give me the owner's number, give me the owner's number, and they're like, we don't have the owner's number, and they were like, call the owner then, call the owner, and they're like, we do not have the owner's number.
Wait, what?
Yeah, and they were like the owner of the store, because like Jersey Mike's are like what's it called, franchised,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so they're like, call the owner of the store, call the owner's store, and he's like yelling at them, and they're like, we don't have the number. He's like, y'all are lying, like y'all, you need to call him right now, and they're like, and so she's like, the man who I assume is the manager is like trying to explain that like I guess like the machinery that they use to like cut the cheese and the meat can only be operated by like specific certified people because
yeah.
it's considered heavy machinery.
Yeah, probably like 18
so
Right,
plus people.
right,
or whatever.
right.
yeah. So she's trying to explain to him that like I'm the only one that can do this, and like they were like kind of busy, so she was like, that's why it's taking a little bit extra time, and like she's just like yelling at them. And he's like, I've been waiting, and then he like points at me, and he's like, he's been waiting, and in my head I'm like, I have no part of it.
I just walked in.
I
man.
just got here.
Yeah.
Just got here. And then it was funny, and he was like, call Mike, I don't care, is what he said.
Mike?
And, yeah.
Call Mike. Call Mike. Get him on the line.
And so one of the employees is like joking around and pulls up like just like in the corner is like up to Siri's like, call Mike into their phone. This is like, call
No
Mike.
way.
Yeah, as like a joke to like troll the guy. And eventually, and so like this dude's like, I've been waiting like 10 minutes for my salami sandwich and like this and that, and then he goes, you know what, I'm gonna go over to the other one on Bay Area because I know he owns that one too, and I'm gonna have them call him. And homie walks out, and I'm like sitting here thinking like, if you had that much time to drive all the way over there and get the number, why couldn't you have waited for your sandwich?
Yeah, what?
Just make your own sandwich, bro.
Yeah,
Just go
and-
home and make your own
Yeah.
sandwich.
Yeah.
Just go over.
And so then they asked me, they're like, hey, like they're like, what do you want? Like they're like, apologize
Salami
or whatever.
sandwich, of course.
Yeah. And I ordered my food. It took
Uh-huh,
him like a
but he was
minute and a
having-
half. It literally took him like a minute and a half to make my sandwich. And I was just like, if this dude just stopped yelling for like 5 seconds, they would have made a shit.
The sandwich would have been ready a long time ago.
And I was just
So
like,
good.
oh my god, dude, I felt so bad for the employees there because because like, I don't know if like for some of them that was like their first experience with that or whatever, but
Yeah.
like some of them were like sitting there and they're like, they don't even know what to say, and like this dude is holding
Yeah,
up the
'cause
whole line and
It's
stuff
like a new
that.
place,
Yeah,
right?
this place
So
is
I'm sure some of
just
those people
open,
there are just like
like,
first time
Within the last
Yeah,
week.
first job.
first time working.
Yeah. So it's just like I just felt so bad, so I tipped him like before I left and stuff like that because
Nice.
I was like, I feel so bad for you guys.
Yeah, especially like,
Call Mike. Call Mike.
Call Mike.
Hey guys, it's me, Mike.
I thought you were gonna tell us like that guy was like, hey, call Mike into Siri, and then he was be like, are you calling Mike?
No, he didn't. I don't
Call
think he
Mike
heard.
for me.
I don't think he heard the employee, but the employee I heard it was like, call Mike, and I just started laughing. I was like, dude, this is
That's so
ridiculous.
good.
Imagine he just like
That's
called
so
his
good.
buddy, and he like just like one of his random buddies, and he just like comes on the phone and it's like,
Like,
yeah,
this is Mike.
Yeah, this is Mike.
This is Mike.
Dude's
Hey, yo,
name
this is Mike.
like, I don't even know.
This is Mike.
Just
Mike!
John or something.
That
The
would have been
salami's
so good.
not
I thought,
happening.
yeah, I probably would have texted Ben and been like, hey, yo, pick up the phone and pretend you own this store real quick.
Yeah. Hey guys, it's me, Mike.
Imagine you
What
just
seems to
walk
be the
up, you
problem?
walk up, you're like, oh, I know Mike.
Yeah.
It's
Oh yeah, I
me.
got you.
I'm Mike.
Yeah.
It's like, is there a problem? I'm the owner.
Yeah, I'm just like, it turns out it's me the whole time. Yeah, I own this restaurant. What's up?
You like take off a mask.
Yeah.
Dude, that's why like I'm so glad I'm a supervisor because like if I'm like the like lead on the shift or whatever and like someone's like I want to speak to the manager, I'm like, all right, let me go get him. I just do like a spin move and I'm like, what seems to be the issue here?
Have you
That's
done that
so
yet?
good.
Have you been able to do that
No,
yet?
not yet. I want to so bad.
Oh my god, dude, that's
you
like
have
I feel
to,
like that's
you have
the
to keep working
dream.
until you do that.
Yeah, that's the dream.
That's all I've ever wanted, man. Ever.
That's all I've ever wanted in life.
Yeah.
That's the only reason you worked.
Oh my god.
And
Dude.
especially like, but like for the Jersey Mike's experience, like if you work in the food business too, like you understand like what the workers are going through.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Right. I've been working
bad.
in restaurants and stuff for like the last 3 years and dealt with plenty crazy people and people who like have no patience or like make ridiculous demands or like whatever. And it's tough, man. And for some people it's like, I think like, obviously like for me I understand because I've been there before, but there's like a lot of people that like don't understand that and they're like, they will just sit there and just like yell at I mean at literal
dude.
teenagers.
What do they think's gonna happen? Like
I know and it's just like dude, this guy like especially like I think these people were may have been my age or a little bit older than me, but for the most part like kids that are working in these restaurants are like 16, 17, 18 years old. It's like some of these kids first
Like their
jobs.
first job.
Yeah, and you're sitting here screaming at them in a restaurant because you're not making their sandwich fast enough. Like, dude, come on. That's like you look more pathetic than anybody here. like you look the most pathetic person rather than people who are taking too long to make a sandwich. Like it's just like it's ridiculous, dude. And it's
funny.
just
Sorry.
No, go ahead. No,
I
you're
was
good.
gonna say it's always funny too when it's like some dude with like kids and a wife, and like they're so clearly embarrassed. Like, dude, it's not a big deal. Like, they forgot the one drink. Like, they're making it anyways. Like,
yeah. Well, I've been there. I've been in that position before where it's like imagine like that's the worst part, and I always feel bad like if it's like the husband or wife and they have to apologize for their significant other. It's like don't do that.
Bad.
Do not
That's so
apologize.
bad.
Yeah, do not apologize for your significant other. Like, don't feel like you have to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
no.
just.
But then like
yeah.
if they apologize, that means that like they're not shitty, I guess. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
I know.
They,
Well, and I
they
understand
can see
that.
like what their partner doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
they
for
like
sure.
are aware.
I don't know why. I don't know if it like makes you like a bad person or something, but I honestly like watching stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah, it's funny.
No,
it's
it's
entertaining. Like, it's bad, but it's entertaining.
Well, and
You
I
walk
almost.
in there and you're just like, man, something juicy is happening. There.
World star.
Well, I
pull up
was-
the camera.
I was really confused at first because obviously like I got there like in the middle of what was going on, so
Yeah.
or whatever.
Right.
So I was confused, and part of me was like, is this like happening? Is this guy like for real
Yeah,
or
is this a joke?
is this a joke? Like I don't really know what's going on, and a part of me wanted to be like the essential worker in me wanted to be like, yo, you need to like
Essential
chill the fuck
worker.
out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And be like, and like and kind of like explain to him that like what he's doing is wrong. But then I'm like, I'm not trying to instigate the situation. And the dude would end up walking out like 2 minutes later. So it's like whatever. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine you're just like, hey man, it's not their fault, and then he just punches you in the face.
yeah, just
Takes
talks
you.
to me, just fucking just KOs me right there on the spot.
Dude.
That was Mike, dude.
That was Mike.
That was Mike. What the? How are you gonna get your sandwich now?
Yeah. Oh man.
Dude, like,
All right. So I have one more thing to say, and I know that we're kind of hitting that marks here. So I got one more thing to say, and it's gonna segue into what I want to say
all right.
about the COVID stuff.
I got
So
a story too. But well, actually,
Alright.
could I go first? It's kind of relating to like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
customer stuff more.
yeah.
All right, so I was working, like I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. But I hate arguing with customers, but I love being right and proving them wrong. So like we were like pretty
Right.
busy, and so we had a long line, and these like two girls come up, and they both order like a number one, and then like we get them that stuff, and then they have like a whole party of people like sitting at another table, and they like are rotating out, like coming up to the register and like rotating once they get their stuff, and like holding up the entire line, so our line's like not moving, and like they're all ordering the same thing, like a number one, and then one girl orders a number one like early on, like she's probably the second person to get it, and then she comes back at the end and she gets a number one again. So number one comes with like the mini dogs, a dip, and a drink. Okay.
So they're like ordering, and then they're coming back around in the line and ordering
No,
again.
they're not even. They're like at the front of the line.
You're like,
They like send a person
So
back
one-
to the table, and someone from the table comes and like takes their spot to place a new order. I'm like, you guys gotta like, wait in line. What are you doing?
Oh, what the fuck? That's
Yeah,
weird.
I know, right? But like, I wasn't gonna send them back. I was just like, what the hell is happening?
Yeah.
But the last girl is also the girl who came second. So she already had a number one, so she had a drink. So she got another number one. But I was like, did you want just the mini dogs and the dip? Because she's like holding her drink. And she's like, yeah, that's fine. So I'm like, all right, just the mini dogs and the dip. It's going to be $6.58. She's like, okay. She like takes it, she pays for it. I like ask her, I'm like, do you want your receipt? She's like, no, because I always ask if someone wants their receipt, because we just like generally throw it away. Like, we don't force people to like take it every time. We just ask if they want it, and they like go away for probably like 10 minutes, and then they just like come up to the front of the line again, and she's like, she ordered a drink and paid for it, but you guys didn't give it to her. And I was like, no, ma'am, like, you didn't order a drink. You got only these two things. And I know because I'm the one that took your order. And they're arguing like, no, she paid for it. And I'm like, no, you did not, because I did not charge you for it. Yeah. And like my manager did.
You should have went, show me your receipt. Show me your receipt.
My manager comes up and he's like, did you have the receipt? And they're like, no, he didn't give it to me. And I was like, no, you didn't want it. So I'm like, I'm fucking pissed already, because like they're just like, don't know what's going on. And I'm like, I tell like my manager, I'm like, I know I did not charge these people for another drink. And he's like looking through the orders, and he's like trying to find it, because they all ordered number one. So he like finds the block of like number one orders, and he gets to the last one, or the second to last one, and he's like, whatever, just give them like the drink they want. And then he like gets to the last one, and it's the receipt, and he like prints it out again, and he shows it to them. He's like, here's your receipt. As you can see, we didn't charge you for the drink, but we're giving it to you anyways. Like, it doesn't matter to us. And then I'm like, damn right. Like, you're wrong, and I'm right. And that's all I care about. You have to go home, and you were the asshole that, like, was making these claims.
You're wrong, and I'm right, but you won because you got the drink.
You get a drink, but I was right, and that makes me happy.
That's all that matters, man. Yeah, it's like, people just, like, don't understand. We could go on and on about how, like, there's just, like, idiot people, and they just, like, don't fucking understand, like, what it's like. Because, like, some of these people, like, don't understand what it's like to be in that position because they've never been in that position. And then there are some people, and then there's, like, just people who are just outright assholes regardless, and even if they've been in that position, they're going to act like that no matter what. And,
like, because they were in that position, they're going to...
they're gonna be a dick to other people because they were in that position. So, but anyways, it's tough, man. It's tough being like working in restaurants sometimes, and like customer service in general. Like, not even like airline customer service people, they probably get it some of the worst because they get blamed for weather, like it's their fault.
Like, they summon the storm. Like, what am I gonna do? Go do a rain dance to make it go away?
Yeah,
like...
I know. Like, my dad has so many stories about like ladies, like, cause my dad used to work for Southwest, and he did customer service for a little bit, and you know, so many stories of people coming up to them and being like, "Why did you cancel my flight?" and this and that, and it's like, well, as you can see outside, there's like a tropical storm going on,
hurricane going on.
And it's like, you want to fly through that shit, like, and then they like blame him like it's like their fault. It's like, we have nothing. That's like, no, like you know, and
like,
so anyways,
I'm sorry.
I'm like, okay, you know, whatever.
My bad for making it rain.
So it's tough, man. It's tough. It's tough being a worker like that. So
tough being Zeus out here.
So
it's like not even your fault. Like, we'll be working, and if it's like two of us, like I told you earlier, it's like we can only do so much.
Right.
Someone will place like a 20-minute order. We'll tell them it'll be 20 minutes. They'll come up, no joke, like 5 minutes later, and like, is it ready yet? I'm like, no. Can you see like how busy we are? Like, there's only two of us, and I have to sit here and take your order.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what do you think's happening right now? Like,
yeah, I know. It's like people, they just have like no common sense and like no aspect of like how much time this stuff actually takes.
They just care about like getting their food and being a bitch.
Yeah, I won't get super into it because like I said, I could go on about this forever, but like one of the things that pisses me off the most is like people who don't answer the door whenever I deliver food to them. Oh my God, man. If you just, you know what, disclaimer, if you order food from a restaurant that delivers food, understand that they're going to come in a certain amount of time and be ready for that. That's all I have to say about that. Answer your fucking door.
All right, I was in the shower.
I decided to shower right when you guys are coming, not before.
Yeah. So, anyways, kind of segue into my last thing here.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the game on Friday. Went and saw the Mariners whoop, whoop, against the Astros. They got railed, by the way.
Yeah.
Astros beat them 12-2.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's 12-1. We saw on the TV, like at
and
sports bar or whatever.
Yeah, and anyways, I had a great time though. Met Kyle Seager. For those of you who don't watch sports, he's like Mariners legend, super cool. Sign my hat. Anyways, highlight. This kind of segues into my other thing about wearing masks and COVID, which I just want to do like a disclaimer about this because I feel like if we're going to be on this platform and stuff like that, I kind of want to voice how I feel about all this and give y'all some information because I have some insider information, sorta. So, first of all, I am wearing
starting the virus.
Yeah.
That inside? Did you eat the bat soup, bro? Be honest.
Were you there?
Were you there? Did you serve the
Yeah.
soup, man?
Yeah, me and Fauci are kind of buddies, so you know.
Yeah, I mean-
anyways, anyways,
You knew?
me and my girlfriend are decided to wear a mask everywhere again. I'm wearing my mask everywhere I go. I'm grocery
You're not wearing it right
shopping.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
I'm wearing it right now. You can't see it, but
You're not wearing it
If
right
you're on
now,
YouTube, you can
so
see
you're
it,
obviously lying.
what's it called? You know, grocery shopping. Whenever I went to the base, the entire time I was at the casino, wearing my mask the whole time. Anything in a public place, I'm wearing my mask again, and I'm going to explain why. And I'm fully vaccinated. I should put that out there. I am fully vaccinated. I believe Ben is fully
Same.
vaccinated, and Ken is fully
You
vaccinated.
just pointed to
So-
Yep.
Kenny and said my name, and then to me and said
No, on
Kenny's
my
name.
screen, I was pointing in
You
the
did
right
the same
direction.
thing
So.
for me too.
That's not what
Okay,
everyone else
whatever.
is gonna see.
Hey, whatever. You get the gist. All of us are vaccinated.
Those
okay?
guys.
Yeah, these guys. And you know, and I'm wearing my mask again, and I highly recommend that you guys wear your mask. And I also highly recommend if you are not vaccinated, you have to get the vaccine. And here's my disclaimer: if you're a conspiracy theorist and you don't like this, you can end it now. I don't give a shit. Okay, I'm gonna say this anyways. If you are on the fence about it or whatever, hear me out. I'm gonna kind of give my thing. I know that there's like other podcasters. I'm gonna shout out Rhett and Link from Ear Biscuits, Good Mythical Morning. I listen to them a lot, and they do this, and I think it's a great
gonna
idea.
Shout them out.
Yeah.
We're
No, they inspired me to do this, like to kind of give this
Small
disclaimer.
channel.
Yeah.
We're
No, I've
carrying
been
these boys.
I've been listening to their podcast a lot, and they kind of inspired me to do this just because I think it's important. So,
Oh shit! I
I
haven't
don't-
been recording. No, I'm just kidding. I'm fucking.
okay. so
Imagine.
for some of y'all may live in smaller areas or whatever, but we minus Kenny, who's at college right now, but we live in Houston,
Yeah.
and he technically still lives in the Houston area,
Yeah.
sort of ish or close
I'm
to it.
above it.
Yeah. But city of 4 million people, one of the biggest cities in the United States. So it's getting really, really bad again here. And a big part of that is because I think like 30 to 40% of the population is still not vaccinated, which is ridiculous.
Dude, I wouldn't. I'd be surprised if it was like
It's literally
more
free.
than that.
Totally for
Yeah,
vaccinated.
I got a message on my phone. I will hold on. Let me see if I still have it.
Yeah, they'll
Yeah,
give
here
you
it is.
$100.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah,
At my
highly contagious.
college,
Yeah, go ahead.
At UH, they'll give you money if you prove you're vaccinated, like $50
Yeah.
to spend like.
Yeah,
UH
yeah.
cash.
I saw that. I might
Yeah.
go do that.
Yeah, I need
Yeah,
to.
so-
I need to get
so
some of
I
that.
got-
It's free money.
I was driving
just
to the
go.
game. No, go ahead. You got it.
Let me just go prove I'm vaccinated like 20 times a day.
Yeah.
No, dude.
So
Okay, sorry.
no, you're good. Go
I was
ahead.
saying,
Go
at our
ahead.
school, if you go get tested, you get like $2, like on your account. So Nick,
Oh, really?
Nick went and
Really?
got tested like 3 times in a day or something like that.
Damn.
That's actually funny.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Worth the nose
Yeah.
poke.
Dude, apparently it's like a shallow one now.
Oh.
Just like picking.
That's
your
good.
nose.
More high tech.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
So I'm on my way to the baseball game on Friday, and I get this message: highly contagious Delta COVID-19 variant is spreading rapidly in your area. Receive $100 when you get your
Yeah.
first COVID-19 vaccine from Harris County Public Health. Okay, so that's how desperate the public health is for you to get a fucking vaccine,
Yeah,
which
dude.
isn't that hard.
The government is gonna
I-
give you money. You know how
Yeah,
often
they're
they do
gonna
that?
give you money. Yeah. like you think about how many.
Sure, a little money can change your mind. Yeah.
Yeah. Think about how many
Casino money.
McChickens you can buy with $100. Okay.
That's like 100
That's like
McChickens.
100.
At least.
So basically, to get a little bit more serious, this is coming from a valid source. My dad works for HFD, and has like a lot of his fire department has a lot of insider information about like what's kind of going on. A no joke fight broke out between nurses and paramedics at a hospital because the paramedics were trying to get their patients in, and the nurses were blocking off the doors to the hospital, which is illegal, by the way, illegal, and denying the patients because they were so full with COVID-19 patients because of people who aren't vaccinated.
That's crazy.
and stuff like that.
It's saying the nurses like didn't want to get
I
vaccinated.
thought the nurses were anti-vax.
No.
I was like, that just doesn't.
The nurses
it doesn't add up.
No, the nurses are telling people that they can't take So, just to give you an idea, okay? Let's say you're not vaccinated, all right? And you get in a really bad car accident and you're seriously injured, okay? It's going to be hard for you to get the help that you need in a hospital because people are not getting vaccinated. And that's fucked up, right? Yeah. So get fucking vaccinated, get vaccinated, wear your mask again, protect, because what I think a lot of people don't understand is that what you're doing, don't do it for yourself. Do it for the greater good. Do it for the people around you. Wear your mask again for the.
I've only magnetized metal objects like twice. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I only got
stuck.
I mean, sometimes I glitch out or whatever.
Superpowers,
Get free Microsoft in your head, bro.
Yeah.
Must upgrade Windows.
Yeah. So just wear your mask again. I know that it's irritating or whatever. Whatever way you feel about it, I know. But you know what I mean?
Really, but
you're protecting.
If you care that much about it, go get one of those nice fancier masks that are really comfortable.
The Razer.
I have some of those.
The Razer masks.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Yeah, so it's definitely worth it. It's one of those things that you're not protecting only yourself, but you're protecting your relatives, your friends, random people that may have certain health risks that you pass by, because even and now I know you might be saying, oh well, vaccinated people get sick all the time, blah blah blah, and this and that. It's okay, vaccinated people they have been getting sick, but the symptoms are extremely reduced, and it's not putting them in hospitals if you are vaccinated. Yeah. One thing that's very common with people who are unvaccinated is they get it and they're in the hospital and they're about to be put on the respirator and they're like, give me the vaccine. They're begging for the vaccine and the nurses are like, we can't do anything. We cannot give you the vaccine. Now, it's too late. It's too late.
Should have thought about that before you were dead.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't put yourself in. I'm just saying, he's right though. Don't put yourself in that. Don't put yourself in that position. Don't put yourself in that position.
You're not that guy.
You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy.
You're not that guy.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
This dude works at the mall and he comes by every day and gets a large Dr. Pepper. It's $1 for mall employees. I said earlier that all mall employees are smart, but this is gonna be an exception because this dude, he was gone for a while. I was like, where were you, man? He came back the other day and he's like, oh, I had COVID. I was like, oh, how was it? And he was like, it was really bad, near death experience. I had to go to the hospital. I couldn't breathe. And he's standing in line without a mask. I'm like, dude,
oh my fucking god, man, that's ridiculous.
He's probably thinking
he's invincible. Now. Yeah,
I'm invincible. I went through it. I'm a survivor.
Exactly. I'm built different.
Yeah. So
all right, man.
I'm built different. I wasn't breathing. I was built different.
I was like, you want a Dr. Pepper, man? He was like, no, I'll take a strawberry lemonade. And I was like, it changed you, man. It changed you.
It changed you.
You've never done this.
But yeah, it's kind of my small disclaimer there, because I think it's very important that people do that. It's a smart thing to do. Like I said, and the other thing is just think about, this is gonna sound really corny, but think about the children, okay? Because
the children,
they're not vaccinated. They can't get vaccinated yet,
yeah.
and a lot of them, and it's affecting small kids, and younger patients, especially small kids, because they can't get the vaccine yet. And it's very, very important that you protect them as well and encourage them to wear masks whenever they go out, so that way they're not getting sick from other people, maybe are being a little bit more irresponsible. So definitely highly recommend, and this is not, I'm not getting paid to say this. I'm doing this because I genuinely care. Yeah, I know.
Getting paid at all. You guys are getting paid?
Yeah. But I genuinely care about the people that I love, and I want them to be safe and them to be healthy, and I know that, y'all as a community, and everybody wants their people that they love and care about want to be safe and healthy. So take that step to do that. And if you feel like you're going to be judged by getting the vaccine or by wearing a mask or whatever, just say fuck them. You know what I mean? Like don't. There's no reason to feel like to feel judged. Like I even started. Now I understand what you were saying, Ben, about the not wearing your. I know, Ben, about not wearing your. About not wearing your mask whenever you're at the gym, but like separating yourself from people.
Yeah.
Whenever I go play basketball at the gym, I wear my mask again. Like I've started to do that again and wear my mask whenever I play basketball. So just stuff like that. Just take those precautions and just be careful because it's getting bad again, and there's not looking like there's gonna be an end even close. But it will get like that if y'all start getting the vaccine. So
or when all the unvaccinated
Yeah, my mom.
die, bro.
Yeah,
my mom was telling me, like, there's some people here at the college, like, these 2 girls, they got tested and they were positive, right? But they had no symptoms, so they were just like, I'm gonna go out anyway because I don't feel anything. So they went out and they're like partying and stuff, and it's just crazy.
Yeah, I mean that's just like
crazy.
super irresponsible.
Yeah,
I mean,
just, like, don't care.
Yeah, you're endangering so many people by doing that, and it's just like, cause like anyways. Like I said, another thing I could rant about for a while, but I'm gonna leave it at that. Just get your vaccine, be safe, be cautious about that stuff. I think it's just be smart and take care of your people.
Yeah, definitely.
Or as Marshawn Lynch says, take care of your chicken. I don't know if y'all will get that reference, but
not at all.
He was in an interview one time and he was talking about taking care of your bodies, and he was like, take care of your chicken. So take care of your chicken.
You got a lot.
Your weenie roller.
Very good care.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's all I have to say about that.
You
So
know
if y'all want to add anything on, you're more than welcome to. But
I think it's bad because like some Walmarts have started enforcing the mask policy, and it's Walmart, man. They don't care about anything. They don't care if you
even
touch a whole
Walmart,
TV,
man.
I was like, oh, no biggie. Like, put on my mask. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. I know it's not that. Just carry it with you wherever you go, man. So
be that guy.
Yeah.
You're not that guy.
But all right. I think that's a good way to wrap it up. Yeah.
Cool.
So,
And
just
all right.
a PSA,
Well,
not even a podcast anymore.
Yeah. All right. I appreciate you guys for listening. Hopefully,
Bye-bye.
for obviously everyone's gonna be a new listener or viewer. So thank you for checking us out. Hopefully, we'll be posting every Sunday.
Hopefully. Allegedly.
Hopefully. Yeah. That's the plan.
It works out.
Ideally.
And there will be on this video. I don't have it yet, but there will be a TikTok for y'all to follow, a Twitter, and
YouTube, Spotify.
Yeah, YouTube, Spotify for y'all to check
Wherever
us
you're
out on.
listening
So
You know what we should do?
what's up?
Should all dress up as wiener dogs and roll down a hill.
Yo.
That should be a
Okay,
TikTok.
The
That should be-
intro.
that should be the whole TikTok.
All right. Man.
Yes, that'll be a
Yes.
sick intro. Just like a
Yeah.
loop.
Yeah. So anyways, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate it, and for y'all support and just whatever. So
Hope you enjoy.
yeah, hope y'all enjoyed. Thank y'all for
Bye.
Keep your weenies rolled.
keep your weenies rolled.
Roll your weenies.